Alright guys, here with Veritas, back with another video for you today. Today I'm going to be comparing the Squatch Legend with the pound Octothorpe. So yeah, I've done a few of these comparisons already, so very simple. I'm going to go overview the bag, then I'm going to put some disc in it, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like and all that jazz. So first things first is that this is made by Squatch. I'm going to call it the Legend moving forward on this video, and this is made by Pound. It's called the Octothorpe, so I'm just going to call it Octothorpe. Sometimes I'll say Thorpe, just as the model names, because it's just easier to say versus the whole entire company name and model name. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now that we got a closer look, I'll go ahead and start with the outside of the bag. So the first thing we got is the top compartment right here. This is the putter pouch at the top. Both of them have the putter pouch at the top. And then the Pound bag has the double zipper at the top, and so does the Legend. The Legend opens the flap forward. The Pound opens the flap backwards. On the Pound itself, it has this snap button right here. That snap button folds in to a flap right here, like so. And then there's another snap button right here. And then you snap it together. It holds the flap down, and that allows for the putters or the discs to come in and out without pulling the flap out. On the Legend itself, it does not have a flap or a Velcro. However, it does have a little pouch right here that you just put that in. And that little flap inside does hold the outer flap down. So that way when you pull your disc in and out or your contents, this should take care of not moving that flap. I do wish it had a Velcro or something on the inside, because I'll show you later on that sometimes when you put the disc in here, it does go into this little flap, this little pouch right here. This little pouch, you can also put your minis in here and extra towels if you wanted to. It is actually a very big pouch. You can see my whole hand fits in there. The way Pound does the mini pocket is that it's right behind the logo right here. And it only fits a mini. You can't really fit anything else. Speaking of the logo on the Pound is a patch that's sewn on. On the Legend, it is a plastic rubberized piece that gets sewn on. The Pound, you can choose the colors on the patches. This one you can't, it just comes with this color. As a matter of fact, the whole Pound bag is customizable. You can pick the top colors and the bottom colors in any colorway you want. You can also even customize the zipper colors. You can even customize the actual zipper pull colors and the actual zippers themselves. So a lot of things on this bag are customizable. The Legend itself is not customizable. You get two colorways. You get green and orange, or this one, which is charcoal and salmon. However, it looks more like charcoal and orange in person. All right, and then moving on from there, you have the main compartment. This particular Octothorpe, I ordered it with a scorecard zipper pocket. It's an extra $20 added cost, and that's what you have here. And I do have a scorecard in here right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. All right, and then this on the Legend itself, on the main flap, it does have that same flap, except it's much bigger, much wider, as you can see. So that does allow for scorecards, and you can also put discs in here, whereas this, the zipper kind of limits on a disc being fitted very well in here. Moving on from there, the main compartment does have a double zipper on the Octothorpe, and inside, again, the inner liner can also be customized whatever color you want. I chose red because I like to see what's different inside the bag. It has a Velcro piece right here. This Velcro piece sticks to this Velcro piece, and that holds on to the flap, so it kind of holds it up, so it doesn't doesn't fall down to the discs themselves. And then it's got this elasticated cinch cord right here. This one is to put your stools, your umbrella, things like that. The Legend actually doesn't have that. The Legend also has a double zipper right here. You lift it up. It also has this Velcro piece. The Velcro piece attaches to this Velcro piece right in here. And that, again, holds the flap up. Inside the bag itself, the liner is a different color. You don't get to choose that liner color. It comes with that color, but it is a bright color so that you can actually see the contents of it. I do want to point out that there's nothing down here. It's just a Cordura material right here. Speaking of Cordura, the Legend, the top portion is 500D Cordura. The bottom portion, which is this pocket and all of this, is 1000D Cordura. On the Pound bag itself, it's the same, kind of similar. On the top is 500D Cordura. So any of the top color is 500D Cordura, and then the bottom color, all this blue right here, is all 1000D Cordura. The bottom of the bag themselves have nothing underneath them. There is no rails, no plastic feet or anything like that, plastic knobs on both bags. They're just soft bottom 1000D Cordura. I do want to point out here, like I said before, we're going to go ahead and measure this from outside zipper to outside zipper. We're looking at 9.5 inches wide on the Octothorpe. Outside zipper to outside zipper here. We're looking at, this looks like 10 3/4 inches wide. So slightly wider opening on this main compartment of the Legend versus the Octothorpe. Before I move on, and then moving on from there, we're gonna go to the side right here. The Octothorpe has what's called these hull pockets. It's double zipper, just like on both sides here. All right, and we're gonna flip this up. Inside, it's just a big hull pocket, like you can see here. Again, that 5000D Cordura follows all the way through on the inside, and then the 1000D Cordura is on the outside. The same is said for this pocket right here. For the Legend, you have the 1000D Cordura all the way through, and then 5000D Cordura on the inside. However, this particular pocket does have a divider right in here, that divider right there, and that divider is not adjustable. You either but it is removable. You can take it out and you can just use it for disk storage if you wanted to. If we go ahead and zip this big side pocket down, I do want to point out that this pocket right here on the Thorpe right here, you can't open it up. And so on this side pocket right here, these are Velcro patches. They're 3x3. These are customizable. You can have these ordered extra. I believe they were $10 extra to have this Cordura patch put on. And then it's got a zipper pocket. It's got the red liner inside. And so you can store some things in there. On the Squatch itself, on this particular side, there's not a pocket, but there are these mole loops here, and this is where I hook my towels. It's got a little murdered out Squatch logo that's printed on here, which I think is a nice touch. So that's a little different than on the Thorpe. Inside the pocket itself, if you open this up, there's an elasticated pocket right here, and then the rest of the bag is just a cavernous space all the way down. On the Legend itself, we have an inside pocket right here. Then we have another pocket right here. It is not elasticated. I kind of wish this was elasticated, but you can see the difference in how much my hand can fit in here versus the Legend itself. It can fit in almost the same amount of hand in here. And then the rest of the pocket is just all the way down to the bottom, just like the Thorpe. The other pocket on the other side, we have the hull pocket right here. And on the Thorpe, it does come with an insulated pouch. So one of these comes with each bag you order. It just comes with a gray. They choose the color. You don't really, I just chose, you either choose gray, tan, or black. So then they just kind of like put a blue accent with the gray that you choose, with the color that you choose. And then moving on from there, the same pocket on the other side. Kind of like an outside pocket right here. Same patch that I ordered. And then inside, this one, it's a little different. It's got the red interior, but it's got pencil holders right here. It's got this elasticated loop. This is for your umbrella. At the bottom of the bag is another elasticated loop. So you kind of feed your umbrella through here, or your stool. If you don't want to carry it on the front, you feed it through this loop and the loop on the bottom. So that's on that side. As for the Legend, on this side right here, open this up. It does come with a cooler. I don't have it in right now, but it comes with this cooler right here, and that fits into this pocket very nicely. All right, so just to show you the cooler right here. That's what the cooler looks like. This comes with each bag you purchase from Squatch. All right, and so otherwise, if you just take it out, it's just an empty space. As far as the side right here, instead of having the mole straps, it's a magnetic closure. Again, with a Squatch printed on there. It's got a little Squatch logo on the inside that's printed on there. And this is for your phone. I don't use my phone here because my phone doesn't fit, but you can use it for other things in this pouch. If I open up this pocket right here, inside is identical to the other side, sort of. It's got this pocket on the flap just like before, but then inside it's got these little pencil holders. They're sectioned off versus one big pocket like the other side. And then the rest of the pocket is just one cavernous, just like the Octothorpe. Moving to the back of the bag, we have straps. On the Octothorpe, these are customizable. You can either pick gray, tan, or black. They used to have them where this part of the strap matches with the color of the top portion of the bag. They no longer have that option. You just either get gray, tan, or black. On the Legend itself, you just get whatever straps they give you. Basically, that they match the color of the bag with the same fabric that's right here, the 500G Cordura. They both have very nice padding. I feel like the Squatch may be a little bit thicker, but then I've used this bag and I haven't used this bag as much, so the thickness is comparable, or comparable I should say. This one on the Thorpe feels much softer, whereas this one, if I squeeze it, it's kind of a little bit more challenging for me to squeeze, so it's a little bit thicker and a little bit more firm compared to the Octothorpe. They both have sternum straps. And they do have the D-rings. However, on the Legend, the D-rings are down here, whereas the Octothorpe D-rings are up here. I prefer the D-rings up here because that's where I hook my league tags or my towels, whereas the D-rings being down here, when I set the bag down, if I have the towels hooked here, it's going to hit the ground compared to the Octothorpe. We also have a mesh back right here, same thing that happens on the Thorpe here. The straps on the Legend are sewn onto the back here. They're not removable, whereas the Thorpe are removable. So you can see that on the Thorpe, there's a snap right here, 2 snap buttons, and then you just take this these straps off, and then you can feed the padded straps out and put new straps on. Okay. The thing that the Legend has that I think would be nice if Pound would put on their bags would be this elasticated loop right here to kind of keep these the excess straps at bay. That is not the case on the Thorpe. On my other Thorpe bags, I actually have to buy straps and kind of put these up and tie them up to make it neat. Then the other thing is that the haul loop itself, I believe they're the same exact size. It's just that on the Legend, it's kind of sewn down a little bit. It's kind of lowered towards where the straps are, and the whole entire strap system and haul loop is lower down versus the Octothorpe, as you guys can see here. All right. So, and then the way the Thorpe straps sit is they kind of sit and they're already kind of like a pre-curvature here, whereas the Legend is kind of just sitting off like flat, and it doesn't really have that curve like this, like the Octothorpe does. Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about in terms of outside the bag. I do want to take the weight of these so you guys can see what the difference in weight are. The Octothorpe is 3.8 pounds, and that's just with it. That's how it comes without the rainfly, because the rainfly is separate. Weight of the Squatch now. All right, so the Squatch is coming out 3.6. It's actually 3.7 the last 3 times I've taken it. So it's roughly very close in terms of weight with the Octothorpe. So you're looking at 3.6, 3.7 with the Legend, and then 3.8 with the Octothorpe. Okay, we're gonna put some discs in here, and then we'll see how much it can carry. All right, got the discs loaded up for each bag. So basically the side pockets, I just fill it with hoodies, sweatshirts, things like that to fill it out. I'm not going to go into the details what's in them because everybody puts different things inside these big pockets. I do want to make a note that this Octothorpe, I did spend the extra $10 to get the wide pockets, because usually it comes with the more narrow side pockets. So these are the wide pockets. They're the same wide pockets that come with the Octo Haul. Whereas the Legend, it just kind of comes with just this size, and that's it. All right, so the putter pockets here on top, I have 5 putters, and starting with the Pound bag here, I'm just gonna pull it out so you guys can see. It does take a little bit of work to get the putters out. They kind of stick together. I guess if you use it over time, like probably 10 years, this should loosen up a little bit and you can get more putters in here, but I have 5 in here. If I was to try and put 1 more in here, it is not gonna happen. All right, at least not with this Octothorpe. On the Legend, there are 5 in here, and it comes in and out really easy. Of note, I do have a zone in this particular one and not a zone in this one. These are all 4 AVRs and a Challenger on the Octothorpe. I have 3 P2s, a Z Fierce, and a zone. The reason why I have that is because this is actually the bag I've been using, so that's why the zone's in here and it's not in this bag. So if I were to take an extra putter and throw it in here, it does fit a little bit. And I mean, trying to take it in and out does require a little bit of work when there's 6 putters in here, but 5 would be comfortable. So both can fit 5 very well. The Thorpe, it takes a little bit of work with 5. The Legend, not really. The Legend, the 5 putters comes in and out pretty well. So I'm gonna leave that one in here. There is something I do want to make a note here, that with the Legend, the flap right here, if you put your putter in the front, you risk it going down to that flap, which I have done right now. So what I do is I take this putter and I have to kind of like put it in between the putter. So if you have a particular order, just know that putting it in front will risk you getting it in that flap that holds the front outer flap down. So there's that bit of information. On the side here is the drink holders, and on the Thorpe, on the Hall holds this just fine. The Thorpe, the pocket's a little bit more narrow, so it's a little bit of a struggle to hold this. I had to adjust the divider to hold this particular one. And I picked the biggest one just so you guys can see how big this thing can hold. I mean, it's got the diameter of a Nalgene, and it's very tall. It's much taller than a Nalgene bottle. However, if we take this little guy, move it over here to the Octothorpe, and he fits just fine. But if we take the big guy and put it in the Legend, and the Legend just eats it up. So you can see that it's very big bottle friendly on the Legend right there. Okay, and then we're gonna get to the main compartment now. The main compartment, I have 19 discs in each bag. The Thorpe holds 19 discs just fine because it's got the same compartment space as the Octothorpe. So you can see that I can pull the discs in and out. It will do it. I mean, there's a little bit of me having to put my finger through the middle, through the disc. If I go on the end, you know, there's a little bit of a struggle to get it out, the discs on the end here. I have a mixture of drivers, distance drivers, fairway drivers, mid-range, and putters in these compartments. On this side, 19 discs, I have more fairway drivers, more mid-ranges, and a putter here in this, the Legend, because again, this is my bag that I use, versus the demo selection here. But with 19 discs on this one, it's a little bit easier to get the discs out. If I take the ones on the end, it comes out pretty easily. Take the ones on the end, this is the putter, and it comes out pretty easy. So the 19 discs on the Legend, the discs come out a little bit easier compared to the Octothorpe. As a matter of fact, on the Legend here, if I was to grab a disc here and put it and make it 20, I think for me it's too tight. Like, you know, I have to dig to get it in there, to grab the disc out, because realistically, these bag companies say they can hold 22 plus discs in the compartment, 25, whatever. I think they mean distance drivers, but realistically, we don't carry primarily distance drivers only in our bags. We carry fairway drivers, mid-range, and putters. And as a matter of fact, you know, a lot of us carry more putters and more mid-ranges than distance drivers combined. So at the same time, I think this is more of a realistic setup. So 19 is comfortable in here. And I think for me on the Octothorpe, if I take one disc out, I think 18 is more comfortable, because now look, I can just get my hand in here and just get it out much easier, including the ones on the end right here. So that's my opinion. 18 here, 19 here. The last side pocket right here, this particular side pocket on the Octothorpe, I have 6 discs in here, and I can get the discs in and out. The ones on the end, it's a little bit difficult to get out, but the ones in the middle are fine. If I get the ones on the end out, I can't put it back on the end. I can put it back on the inside end, or I can put it down the middle. So there's 5 discs comfortably there. As far as the Legend goes, there are 6 discs in here, and one of them is a fairway driver, It's a little bit of a struggle to get it out of the bag. Again, I have stuff that are in this long pocket right here. So I think, again, 6 discs you can fit in here. I don't think you can fit 6 in here. I think it's too tight, but you know, you can squeeze, it's, you know, I'm lifting up the bag here. So if I do that and I try to get a disc out, it will come out. It's just gonna be a little bit of a fight. So 5 is comfortable. 6 is tight here. I think 5 would be comfortable for this particular pocket as well, but you can definitely fit 6 in here. Again, I have a couple fairway drivers in here, so it makes it a little bit more tight on this particular side. So yeah, so there you go. Obviously, I knew that this bag is going to carry more discs than the Thorpe, but I wanted to give a comparison. You know, both bags carry an ample amount of discs if you're going to use it just for discs. I haven't even talked about the disc being used inside the big pockets yet, because both big pockets can carry the big disc. But if you're going to count it all up and add it all up, we have, I would say, you can do 19 in here, plus 5 on each side, each whole pocket on Octothorpe here. So that's 10 plus 19, that's 29, plus 5 up here, so that's 34 discs. That's really good for an Octothorpe. That's really good for this size bag. So that's 34 discs that I think you would max out on Octothorpe. You might be able to squeeze 1 more if you carry less putters. On the Legend itself, we have 6 on this side, 6 that could potentially be on this side if you're not going to carry a holder. You can carry a water bladder, because these do hold water. These do take water bladders inside pockets here. So 6, 6, that's 12. Plus potentially 6 up here, that's 18. 18 plus 19 right here, you're looking at 37 discs. You can do 20 down here, so that's 38 discs. So you're looking at 38 discs here, and this flap right here, you can fit 2 more discs in this flap. So that's 40 discs on the Legend right here. Let me see if I can try to fit. So you can see, I'm going to struggle trying to fit in this scorecard pouch right here, because this pocket's not meant for a disc. It's actually advertised as a scorecard pocket. So again, we're looking at 40 discs maximum here. You might be able to fit more if you use these pockets, and you're looking at about 34, 35 here. So you're looking at 5 disc difference if you're only going to use it for discs. So that's what you see here. Finally, I'm going to talk about price. This is $500 starting price for the custom program. If you add the scorecard pocket is $20. You add $10 for the wide pockets, that's $530 we're at already. And the patches themselves, it's another $10. That's $540. Plus shipping, you're looking at about $565 to $570 for this bag shipped to your door. That's without the Rainfly. The Rainfly is $75 plus $5 shipping, so that's $80. So you're looking at about $600 for this bag, easy to get it shipped to you, but everything is customizable on it. The Legend itself only comes with 2 options, and there's $259.99 plus shipping. So, and there's no Rainfly available at the moment for this bag. So, but I do want to tell you that the Rainfly for the Octothorpe does work for the Legend, and this colorway would fit perfect. I think it's black and charcoal. So you know, there's some options there. So if you were to do $260, let's call it, plus the $80, you're looking at $340 plus shipping. So about $350, $360 to get it shipped to your door for this particular bag. And I think it's a great option. I think that it's great that this bag is available for other people who want to have a lot of storage, but still get that look, that attractive look, and appealing look that the Pound has offered for many years. So, hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment, and then I will see you next in the video.